We're not the type to play games, you can state claims. Came to show the movement moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lash and your neck will break. Never let it stray, so say it wrong, won't set it straight. So coming at us with an awkward demeanor is leaving your life in the dead of face. So pedal straight, avoid these shots, we send it all costs. Truly believing that it'll be different, we watching your body get hauled off. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. It is August 5th, 2024. It is the 30th, 10:30. It is about 79 degrees. Broadcasting live. It is me, the OGGM, who apparently can't talk today. And it's the 5th. And as you know, I had set myself a goal to reach 2001 subs by August 4th, midnight. And I didn't. So now we're moving the goal bar again to January 1st, 2024. And I realize at this point that I might need to make some changes to the channel in order to progress beyond the point I am. Every video I've watched about channels and algorithms seems to just be niche, focus on your niche. And I have been focusing on my niche for the most part, but there's definitely things I could do better. There's definitely things I could do different. There's definitely things that I need to change and consider. Now, I know the number one thing is, why don't I show my face? And I just showed my face yesterday, so obviously that's not true. There are a lot of reasons why I don't show my face that I've gone over with you guys. One of them is for the protection of myself and my family in relations to a very ugly lawsuit that has been haunting us for the past year. So I don't want to dox myself. The second is, who cares what I look like? You should be focusing on the product that I'm talking about. And the third is I fidget when I'm broadcasting. And sometimes I fidget with my face. Sometimes I fidget with my glasses. And you don't want to see that. You don't want to see me fidgeting. So I think the digital character is just much better. In fact, I would love to have a better one. I would love to be closer to VTubers than a face tuber. So if you're expecting me to do my face reveal, that's not going to happen, other than like when I do the snack videos or whatever. It's just for lots of reasons, mostly for my protection. Editing is still something I'm working on. You know that I'm obviously getting a little bit better, but since I mostly do live streaming, you can't really edit while you're live streaming. You know, I could put the little intro in and a little end in and find better ways to incorporate pictures. But for the most part, since I live stream, I can't really edit. I could start recording things and then editing them. But I like the live stream. I like the riff, you know, especially when people comment. But that's definitely something I can work on. Unfortunately, though, any improvements to my technology require funds I don't have right now. I need a better mic. Can't afford it. Need a better computer so I can actually run the editing software. Can't really afford it. So in regards to the technical stuff, that's not going to change. But the stuff I can control. So let's address first and foremost the topic of the first words, the politics of my publishers. As you know, I have published product over the last 2 years with Miguel and Sylvia from the Red Room. And I've also started working with GRIMJIM from Postmortem. Both Miguel and Sylvia and GRIMJIM have extreme political views. Miguel and Sylvia have extremely conservative views that pretty much go against my entire belief system. On the other hand, GRIMJIM has some extremely liberal political views that I also don't agree with. And I think every time either one of them posts political things on their Twitter or their YouTube or whatever, it takes away from the attention they should be focusing on the product, which means inevitably it takes away from the attention that I should be getting, because at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. And Miguel and Sylvia, I appreciate you 100%. I don't like your politics. I don't want to have anything to do with your politics. Your politics should not have anything to do with me selling my product. Same thing with Jim. I'm more on Jim's side political, which you guys know, but then he also tends to get a little extreme, and that's just nothing I want to be associated with. So do not associate me with the politics of the people who choose to publish my product. If I could self-publish, I would, but that requires a lot of know-how that I don't have. or just simply because of my dyslexia and my disability can't really do, or simply because of the weaknesses of the technology available to me. It's not that I'm not trying to, but we've seen the stuff I've self-published and it was disastrous. So it's worth it to just work with somebody else. And those are the two individuals, you know, that I'm working with right now. They're both overseas, which of course makes it a little harder. I can't find anybody here in the States who wants to work with me. So if there's anybody who wants to work with me going forward in publishing that was here in America, you know, it'd probably be easier for everybody. But yeah, don't associate me with the politics of the Red Room or with GRIMJIM. My politics are my own, and they have nothing to do with the content I create. So should I change content to better reach my goal? Because right now I've got a pretty established niche, right? Monday news, Tuesday toys, Wednesday news, Thursday sort of just empty space, Friday news, and Saturday where we do the nice things and do the shout outs. I've received a lot of games to review recently. You know, we got Heroes of the Neon Overlord, and we got the J-Punk game I received. No such thing as J-Punk. Stop making up words. I suck at reviews, guys. That's something I should get better at. But again, I'm not going to do a lot of reviews because I can afford to buy a game just to review it and then never use it ever again. So if you guys have things you want me to review, send them to me. But yeah, you know, what am I going to do with them then? Now I have this game that I'm never going to use. Is it okay if I then sell it to someone else? You know, because I am the opposite of 90% of my fellow gamers, where I don't keep things for years at end. There's several things that I've gotten rid of just because I'm like, I'm never going to use this. I'm never going to run it. I'm never going to play it. Why is it sitting gathering dust on my shelf where I could go to somebody else who will actually enjoy it? So yeah, I sell off stuff all the time. So reviews is something I could do, but again, I really can't because I can't afford to buy games. I could change up the format. Is the best that I could offer is maybe focus less on Wizards of the Coast related news and focus more on other stuff. A lot of people have said superheroes. Do more superhero stuff, which I'd love to do, but you know, the superhero tabletop role-playing game community doesn't have as much news on a regular basis as Wizards does. Wizards is the bread and butter for every tabletop role-playing game content creator, because we know that no matter what, there's a 90% chance every day they're going to do something worth talking about. And it's been my bread and butter now for like 6 years of the 10 years I've been doing this. And it's not like it's going to change. And it's not like I really want to do it anymore. I mean, what am I going to say a week from now that I haven't already said about Wizards? What am I going to say a year from now I haven't already said about Wizards? What is anybody going to say about Wizards that we haven't already said 1,000 times? It's not like Wizards is suddenly going to change. They're going to continue to do stupid, self-centered, self-destructive things that make no fucking sense. And there's going to continue to be the people who defend them. And there's going to continue the people who badmouth them. And it's not like Wizards is going to change. You know, every stupid thing they're doing today, they're going to keep doing a year from now, 10 years from now, unless there's a drastic overhaul. At this point, I just feel like I'm constantly saying the same thing almost every day that I said for the past year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Wizards is stupid. Wizards is self-destructive. Wizards is going to continue to do stupid things, and there's going to continue to be stories. And at this point, why? There's got to be other things going on in the tabletop community that I could talk about that isn't Wizards. So I might just limit Wizards to 1 day a week and try and focus on other gaming companies and try and focus on my own stuff and try and focus on more like just the stuff I love, like superheroes. I'm thinking of restarting my Patreon and putting stuff on it, like character sheets and maps from the live play I do every other Saturday and other things like that. You know, when I did Mega Power March, I might just put all those characters on the Patreon. I don't know. I mean, I would only charge you like $4 a month. But it's a good way to get the stuff I've written, you know, out there and maybe make a little extra money. So that's a possibility. It really depends upon what people want to see. You know, it's like they're always like tabletop role-playing games news, but if I'm just looking at the numbers, 54, 60, 80, 101 views, they don't really get the numbers I want. And it's not like my goal is outrageous. I don't want 5K or 1 million. You know, it's always been 2001. 2001 has always been the goal because I wanted to beat Aaron, the Pendentic's number. But of course, Aaron the Pendentic isn't YouTubing anymore. But yeah, anything after 2001 subs, I don't really care. It's not like I'm trying to get a silver play button or get support or anything. You know, I do this because I think it's fun. It's my job. It occasionally makes me a little extra money, but mostly because I hope you guys appreciate the nonsense that I put myself through every week to do this, guys, for you. And I mean, as much as important as the Wizards of the Coast stuff is, and the fact that I'm able to get a little bit extra because of my shareholding, but again, yeah, there's 80,000 other people doing the exact same thing. What am I going to say about Wizards that they're not going to say? There's other things. I should talk more about my own stuff and putting stuff on my Patreon. I should talk about other games that I actually enjoy. But on the other hand, when was the last time there was a story relating to anything involved with Villains, Vigilantes, or Marvel, or Tales from the Loop, or any of the games I love? There hasn't been. On the other hand, you can't go a day without seeing more Wizards of the Coast news. And it's not just because they're the largest, it's because they're the dumbest. And they continue to be making and doing these bizarre choices that we can't help but report on. So you tell me, guys, what is it you want to see? What do I need to do to help you to subscribe and convince you to stick around for 2001 subs by January 1st? Let me know what you want to see on the channel going forward, and how you think I should change. Please do not say face reveal, because it's not going to happen. I mean, you can say it. It's not going to happen. All right, that's it. Till next time, you know who I am. You know what I do. You know where to buy my merch. Have a great day. Stay safe. I will talk to you later.